Welcome to Fabulous Fuckery. I'm your host, Baroness Bree. Fabulous Fuckery is your sophisticated destination for discussion on wellness, dating, family, and blurred life. Come with me while we discuss emerging fabulously in spite of life's fuckery. It's your girl, Baroness Bree.
Thank you for joining us. We're doing a live taping of the Fabulous Live podcast here at Brilliant Baltimore. My guest for tonight is Mr. Demetrius Holt. He's a cosplayer, bodybuilder, and model. Right?
Yeah.
Kinda?
Yeah.
Am I not supposed to say that?
No, it's
Okay.
just something I don't think about. So, yeah.
His trademark, you cosplay everything. However, you are best known for being Afro He-Man.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
I want to talk to you about how you got into cosplay.
Oh, okay. The list that you sent me as the topic, I was like, okay, that's gonna be simple. Oh yeah, wow. Well, essentially, I got into cosplay because I needed a different hobby to do because I got divorced.
Okay.
And bodybuilding was something me and my ex-wife did together, and that was something I didn't want to do anymore alone. So I always wanted to go to a convention within cosplay, and I didn't know it was a community. I didn't know it was a thing. I just I've seen people dress up in costume and stuff. I'm like, I could do that too. And the first cosplay I did was Kratos from God of War, and apparently that was a big deal because I went the full 9 as opposed to just like, are we allowed to cuss on this or no?
You just remember we got babies.
Okay.
We got babies.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I see you.
Yeah. Normally I can cut, but normally I'm edited for audience.
Right.
So yes, but you got this.
But yeah. So that's how I got into it, and then a friend of mine referred me to I got reached out to by someone who wanted me to do a Mortal Kombat cosplay with her and start a small group within the DMV community. And that's when I came up with Sub-Zero, and from there we created the DMV Combatants, and that's a group of well over 115 people.
Y'all are gangster, like y'all gorilla the entire, like I don't even cosplay that anymore.
Yeah.
Like y'all gorilla it, they have all these crazy ice and dry ice.
Yeah, well, see, the dry ice doesn't last too long.
Okay.
So yeah, we have to use other methods. Come up with a vaping machine that you just strap to your arm, stuff like that.
Wow.
But the community is really welcoming when it comes to the Mortal Kombat side, and then I let my friend and some other folks just really handle that, and I started doing more characters that really appeal to me and something that I've always wanted to do. And Baltimore Comic Con 2018 was when I debuted that one, the He-Man thing, because I grew up watching He-Man, so that was my thing. And I didn't realize it was going to take off the way that it did.
Well, it did.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
So my cosplay experience came from me out of divorce.
Okay.
I have 2 kids, and my oldest, he made me be Yato from Origami. I didn't know what this was. He picked that out for me, but he said, okay, this is what we do now. So his 16th birthday was the first BlurredCon.
Okay.
And he was like, Mom, let's cosplay as a family. Let's do this. So we just started cosplaying. We did family cosplays. We sat there one night, made all the Dragon Ball Z costumes. And then there's like, Amazon would have made this really cheaper and faster, but it was something to do as a family. But we've been doing this since.
But were you always into the anime?
I was always an anime person.
Okay.
I always loved, started with Sailor Moon, Inuyasha.
All the girl stuff.
All the girl stuff. Yeah. Listen. I got to be photographed as Sailor Moon. Like, that was the best thing ever, to make it into ESPN Undefeated, to make it to all these different websites. And it's like, what? With this costume from Amazon or from Alibaba Express? So now I got to start making.
Right.
Now I got to upgrade. I can't just come out the way I was. So y'all stepped the game up. Like you and Miss Skittles is here, and y'all stepped the game up. Y'all be like Instagramming yourselves, making stuff at home, and
well that. Okay, so I am very aware that people have a certain type of perception of me, and so because I have it of other folks, but then I don't single out people until I see something, and I'm just the type of person where I like to do things that are comic book accurate or that are screen accurate or whatever, but that's me.
Right, and you don't get that from buying it at a store. You have to make it yourself or get it commissioned.
Right. And if I happen to notice it, then if someone asks me my opinion, I'll say my piece, but the community is really funny about what you're allowed to say and what you're not, and what you can say. So I'm learning that some things don't need to be said, but at the same time, I'm going to be me, as much as possible. But in any case,
I got you. This is your space. This is you. So we have to be authentic to ourselves, regardless what people think about it. Unless I'm causing bodily or mental harm to someone.
I swear. I mean, that is so you. I guess you and I come from a different era.
Okay.
I mean, I'm 35.
I'm 38.
See, and everyone else that is like offended comes from they're around under 30, under 28 years old.
Cancel culture is real right now.
Yeah, it's real, but it's also a very perceived thing amongst a small group of people who think that they're doing more than what they actually are.
Correct.
Because I recently had an issue where a small group of people really have an issue with me and was trying to be as vocal about it as possible. But what was happening in the midst of it? I mean, I'm in the midst of filming a movie, a short film. I've got a part in an ABC pilot.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But once again, an ABC pilot is something that can be taken away or whatever. You know how things go with the studio and such.
It's a start.
Right. But all these things are happening in real life. Like I have a 9-week-old boy. All these things are happening in real life, while online it's chaos about 3 lines of criticism about why I would not join a certain type of cosplay group.
Okay.
And it's just there's so much ire for people not being exactly the same as everyone else. It's ridiculous, Like, I'm not trying to be politically correct or anything like that. I'm just being me, and you don't like it. So, all right.
It's okay. You know, it's hard. So navigating the online space, you have to create your own safe spaces, and unfortunately, sometimes we have to pick our battles. And if I pick my battle in my safe space, then that's my safe space. I can say what I want on my page. I can say what I want on as long as my sponsors don't have a problem with what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's just like, you have to pick the avenues. The cosplay community is already ultra sensitive because we don't feel as though it's inclusive enough.
Right.
And, so we already got the diversity issues, and so then it's like, you got all these African-American blurred groups now. Everybody's a blurred. Everybody wants to be a blurred, but now we're defining what blurriness means. So it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? It's just we have to, speak your piece, do our thing. We always got to do our thing.
Right.
Always got to have fun. And what you're doing offline is amazing. Like, you're doing dope stuff. So don't get caught up in the foolishness.
I'm trying my best not to.
I know you're not.
But
I'm a real passionate person. I'm so passionate. Some days I want to just be like, I can shut it down. Like, I can hurt everyone's feelings. I can say, listen. I can say something about your mother being a hamster and shut it down.
Right.
But I have to remember I have a brand. I got kids. You got this. You got that. So it's like, I'm gonna let you slide. But I bet you won't say that in my face when we dress up at con.
And that's what I'm waiting for. Because everyone knows that I'm pushing for the proliferation of minorities within mainstream media.
Right.
I've been making strides within that with He-Man.
Right.
Like I've gone to San Diego Comic-Con and spoken to Mattel and spoken to, Legendary Pictures.
And congratulations.
Thank you. And I got really good responses at San Diego to the point where they said, we need you to meet these people at PowerCon. And I didn't know, I knew what PowerCon was at that time, but earlier this year I did not know. PowerCon is the He-Man and She-Ra specific convention in Anaheim, California.
I had no idea until you posted that there was a He-Man con.
Man,
like, what?
You get there, it's in a hotel that's right next to Disney. Like, it's across the street from Disneyland.
That's dope.
Massive, right? I walk into the hotel, and since I have the size that I am, people thought I was an MMA fighter because there was MMA 220 or something like that was happening there, and I was taking pictures with random people thinking that I was a fighter, and
you're He-Man,
right? But then I was like smiling, and then I went right upstairs where these placards that had all of the different versions of He-Man and She-Ra going up. With like, man, this is where I'm going,
that's
you know.
Dope.
But
so dope.
yeah, and that's when I met Kevin Smith, Mark Bernardin, Tim Seeley, who was the writer of the DC Comics miniseries that's starting out this month it's a 6-part miniseries where it's He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse. And through that experience and through conversations, I've got a tentative promise that there's going to be a He-Man with melanated skin with a big afro featured in the 6th issue of that miniseries that comes out in April. And I'm just waiting to see if it's true before I trip out. You know, it's if that happens, then that would be like the pinnacle of anything that me and my mom could have ever really done, because my mom got me into collecting action figures and actually collecting comics and such. So
and who would have thought, you know, here we are 30-some years later,
right,
got a room full of like Barbies and He-Mans
right,
and all kinds of crazy toys, and you've become a real life action figure.
Yeah, that happened this morning, and it still took me aback. So, like, this is happening.
For those of you who are unaware, Mr. Holt has now been made in this costume showing here into an action figure. And so it is pretty dope, and we're excited for you as a cosplay community. Who would have thought, right?
Yeah, it's expensive. It's like the dude told me it's gonna cost me 160 pounds, or excuse me, 160 euros. So that roughly translates about $172. Okay. So you know,
let's wait for the euro to fall. It's coming.
Well, but in his defense, he has to make these figures on his own, and he's got to buy certain figures that cost about $40 on their own. So right. Okay. So I can't. I mean,
no, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
I mean, I've got 3 $900 statues of 14 inches tall of my Sub-Zero, my Kratos, and now my He-Man.
Yeah, you just had your first baby. Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's not happening anymore.
I'm just letting you know.
But see, that's why I work for that company too.
Okay.
You know, we talk about discounts all the time.
So you're connected. Good for you.
Yeah.
You got family now. I'm just letting you know. Cosplay get real expensive when you're doing it times 3.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So
I can imagine.
We go to cons and it's like, they wake up in the middle of the night 2 days before a con. I want to be an inflatable Pikachu. What? What? And you know, then I'm up in the middle of the night, like can't sleep because I can't find a mini child-sized Pikachu. But I found it. But it costs a lot to get here.
I bet.
Overnight shipping. But you know, so you have a baby. And you know, right now he doesn't get to pick what he's cosplay at. At this point, he can be a basketball.
Oh, right now I have a nice little Afro wig waiting for him tomorrow, and that was like $15.
Get ready.
He's a baby. Why is this $15? But yeah, it's we'll see the pictures tomorrow.
So you got a cosplay already?
Well,
it's costuming. He's a child. So
yes,
he's just wearing a Halloween costume.
What I've been doing with him is I've got these stickers that mark every 4 weeks or every month of his life, and they are different superheroes or supervillains or whatever. Okay. So I've been taking pictures with him in his onesies that are the character, and then I got like a T-shirt or whatnot, and you know that's our thing that we've been doing every month. His mother did have his first Halloween with him, and you know she was Wilma, he was Bam Bam, and I understand that Bam Bam is a rubble,
right?
Not a Flintstone.
It's not technical, it's just a costume.
No, but see, the type of person that I am, I came up with a story to cover that. You know, Betty had to go somewhere, had to go out. Wilma decided she was going to babysit. You know, Pebbles was out recording a hit single because that's a double entendre with Pebbles being who she was in the 80s.
I know.
So like it all fits.
You made a storyline for the baby. That's okay. That's all right. But you know,
if I'm not consulted, this is what's going to have to come after the fact.
Costumes are fun, and you know, it's a lot. You know, you just like, I'm just gonna wear a costume. Next thing you know, people put your camera in your face and you show up one line.
Yeah.
How do you handle the online notoriety that goes along with cosplay?
I don't see the notoriety.
Okay.
It doesn't. I mean, okay, that's a lot. When people come to me and say, "Hey, I really appreciate what you've been doing," or you've inspired me to do this. Like this one guy tagged me in a post that he made his own Skeletor costume, just inspired off the He-Man thing just the other day, and it does promote that ugly cry because if your whole purpose is to make sure that people of color know that they're seen when they are different from other folks because we like the nerd stuff that we like, then it just hits you in that one place. Like, okay, I'm not doing this out here just for me. I'm doing this for other folks. What the other side of it is just seeing my picture applied to things that I would not support.
Right. And
that has happened, I think, 2 or 3 times just this week alone.
Hi.
Yeah. One. There was a sex party that was attached to my picture, and then my lady and I, we were just this morning or late last night, we noticed, or someone told me that our pictures were applied to a thought song that's on YouTube and on Amazon Music, and people are getting money off of that if they buy the single.
Yeah,
and I'm like, wow, that's.
I'm gonna give you a name of a good attorney.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my representation from my model agency is supposed to be handling that too, but then also I did tag one of the artists that was attached to that, and since he's got the copyright to that artwork that they're also using, he should be able to handle that too.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that happened. I mean, I've just only been used as like a mock Tinder and Match.com account in my cosplay, so I don't know, somebody trying to make money off of me, but there's a whole profile out there doing interesting things with my pictures.
Really?
Cosplay.
Wow.
And I'm like, hey, let me shut this down real quick.
One of the coolest things about it is when you inspire other artists. When your art inspires art, it's awesome. Like Terry Huddleston.
We see you everywhere.
There was a series of other artists who did their own version of that pose, and every time something like that popped up, I was just sitting there thinking like, man, this is.
So wait was it Katsucon you were Spawn?
Yes.
Okay, so Katsucon, you scared my son. So you had on a costume, and so it's like a movie grade Spawn costume, and he was like, I think it's the Afro He-Man guy. You know him? He's like, nope, and was gone. And and I'm like, what? Like, it's like that person, you've met that person before. You get so into these characters when your work is like. You just need to be in the movie already. We need to do this. Well,
I mean,
we're gonna pitch some ideas. We got this. Like you got an agent now. You got people.
Oh no! Well, I mean, no. The short film that I'm a part of happened to be just the director actually asked me to audition for a couple of the roles because I have a size in stature that is not common in most movies, and because I guess a lot of actors don't really spend that much time in the gym, and that's why when you do see athletic or bigger people in movies, they have limited speaking roles because they're just there for the presence, but since I am able to articulate my words and be able to do what I need to do and emote, they want me to actually be a part of these things. So I did the audition, and he was like, "Sure, come on in. This is what we want you to do." And and then Saturday I spent a good couple of hours ground fighting with the main villain of this movie because I'm a former police officer, so I do have some training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and that's what they train us down in Flexi or down in training, and. That was.
He said too much. We'll edit that part out.
And
I can edit it. We're not live. We're just live to tape.
So cut. But yeah, so we spent a few hours getting down into it, and it took me back because I haven't been ground fighting in a while, And where we were, there was a lot of broken glass. So I was like, oh, man.
Oh, okay, now.
Yeah, well.
Hey, it's your girl, Baroness Bree. Save yourself that trip to the market. Instacart delivers groceries in as fast as 1 hour. And if you're busy like me, we don't have time to go to the grocery store. Go on and check out my link on my website and get yourself a discount code to get something for cheap. Talk to you soon and good enjoy.
Now, what are you doing to take care of yourself? What are your self-care things? What do you do? You just told me you know, because you work a day job, you got a child, you do cosplay, you outside fighting. You know, you got a lot going on. What are you doing to say, okay, do you like, you know, you're a big man, do you like candles and lay in the tub? Like, how do you take care of yourself?
Honestly, I haven't been really doing that at all lately. Yeah, no. I mean, if we're being completely honest here, there's the outside factor where my child is concerned is a huge stressor. Mainly because we are going through a whole custody thing.
Yep.
So since I am not adept at being in this position and trying to, and I'm managing my emotions as much as possible, just so that it doesn't put me in a worse position later on. That takes so much energy, and you know, like, I thank Tiffany for being, you know, having the backbone that she has to tell me, you know, to tell me that I just need to chill. And there are moments where I do have breaks, and I don't. And when those breaks are emotional breaks, where I do just come down with it.
Yes.
But no, I don't have time to sit and not do anything. I mean, I did that today. We watched, you know, a couple movies. You know, Dolomite Is My Name is one of them.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
See, that was real motivational, right?
Yeah, Rudy Ray Moore. Who knew?
You liked it? Okay. Yeah. No, that was a good movie. But so I went through divorce, went through custody battle. You know, it was drama. That's my sister right there. So yeah, drama. And so we, you know, it was a process, and you know, you just have to learn how to dump it in the right compartments at the time. And when it, you know, first is welfare of the child. Is the other parent completely incompetent? Most times they're not.
No.
We just don't like each other. So once you can pray through that difference, you know what I mean?
See, I'm the plaintiff here, seeking joint custody.
I got you. Listen,
I'm good. I'm trying my best to be as reasonable as possible, but this woman here is not on that same level
You
yet.
gotta look at so I'm gonna say this as a woman. I'm gonna say this from the woman's side. She just had a baby. Our hormones not quite right. Okay? It takes about a year. Ladies who've had babies know I'm right. It takes about a year for me to get my hormones back together. So the rational side is coming, but just be patient and pray on it. God has got it, but you gotta pray on it. That's all I can tell you, because things that it may not be in your hands. You gotta start, because you're a person, you like to control stuff. I can tell right now you twitching. He itching. Wait a minute.
This is me controlling my emotions. because it's outside of my level of understanding as to why someone can call themselves rationally responsible when they are doing things out of emotion.
Correct. That's why you pray on it and let the higher power always show who that person really is.
Oh, the judge, right?
No, gotcha. This is bigger than the judge. I'm telling you right now. Once you go in there covered, and whatever you believe the universe has got in your favor, go in there and just say. So this is where the self-care comes in. I have affirmations I say every day, and regardless if you believe in God or Yahweh or Buddha or nothing, the universe has always got energy that's going to pour into you. You never know when it's going to happen. But if you have things like every morning I get up and say my children are safe and happy when they're with their father, because I have to deprogram them when they get home, okay? So, you know, you listen, no, I say this because your house has different rules than my house.
Okay.
We have the same common understanding of what, you know, did the child eat? Did the child go to sleep on time? Did the child do their homework? But everything outside those core care values for a child, we can't control in another house. You know what I mean? And we're not going to stay on this. I just see it as like if you're two parents who want
to have some level of consistency, then why not maintain that on both sides?
I agree with you 1,000%. We just can't control other people. We can't. You know, I speak, but I tell you, I lay on this floor, paw straight, and pray. I'm like, you know what? I don't agree. But instead of arguing with you and letting the kids see me arguing with you, because even though it's a little person, you don't want that memory. Because I remember stuff back to, I think, 11 months old, I scared the crap out my dad one time. I remember my first thought was 11 months old watching him shave in the bathroom. So those little things, kids remember. And you're like, dang, my father was like, what? And I remember the outfit he had on. Can tell you to this day. And it's just crazy. So just create your space of calm. We are only responsible for ourselves.
Okay.
Only. I'm just telling you.
I hear you.
Because this is so much. Wait a minute. Take you my car because, you know, that's what we do. Well, this is self-care.
Right.
And, but no, we got you. And also because we're a cosplay community. We're a family of dysfunction. So, and that's why I support everybody, like, just doing their thing. And thank you for always being honest and being yourself no matter what, because that's very hard to find. You have a level of authenticity that goes with everything you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I'm serious.
Okay. It's just, I've been hit with different opinions of that very aspect, and I've been wondering if I've been really consistent on that, because I am all for minorities succeeding and being in front of the camera and being behind the camera and just being known and present.
Hell yeah.
Right? But it's not perceived that way when the way that I carry my Instagram, my social media thing, I like to take pictures with people. Like, people want to take pictures of me, and I'm like, no, get it here, let's do this together type deal. And that's seen as being a little narcissistic because I have to be in the picture with everyone. When, you know, like, even it's like, you know, the 28 days of Black cosplay, right? One of the things that I do is that I create a video the very first day of me and everyone that I've met throughout the year and tag them, just so that everyone can see who these people are and all this other stuff. And that is being perceived as, oh, well, why do you have to be in the photos? Why are you doing? I'm like, well, because I like being with people in pictures.
So people are judging you for wanting to take pictures with other people?
Yes. No. Posting them.
Pictures with other people?
Posting them, yes.
But isn't that what people do all the time?
I'm not allowed to do that.
So
because it's looked at as being very narcissistic,
and then just don't read the comments. You know, it's children here, and you know what the second word of my podcast really is. I like, you know, just screw people, man.
Yeah.
You just do what you do. It makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Like, if that is who you are, do what makes you happy. People will stress you out all day. You got that person at work that stress you out. You got that person at home that stresses you out. I'm gonna tell you right now, you love your baby right now. In about 6 years, he's gonna stress you out. So it's just part of. You know your child will stress you out. Don't look at me like that. But you know, I just pick my battles, because if I paid attention to everybody who wrote a crazy review or something, it'll drive me crazy. And like right now, you have this level of you want to be inclusive. That's coming from a place of authenticity. You can't let people who don't know you judge you. They don't know where you're coming from. They just say, oh, that's that guy. He got all them followers. He always naked. He want to be online. He wants to show pictures of himself. They don't really understand. And I'm just saying, I'm just giving you a rundown of how I'm perceiving it. Just let people hate. Hate is publicity too.
I guess.
Is hate stopping you from eating?
No.
Is hate putting money in your bank account?
No, it's not.
Okay.
And that's the thing. If people say that I have this level of clout within the cosplay community that I can get people blackballed, I'm like, really?
Oh, you can do that?
Apparently, I can. I have been known and called a tyrant, and I'm like, man, that is hilarious, because I'm still living paycheck to paycheck out here.
You keep doing what makes you happy with people who support you.
Right.
And screw everybody else.
Okay.
What do we do? I mean, I've had people tell me, oh, you're a horrible podcaster. Well, tell me what to do better, and I will fix it next podcast if it's worth my time. But in the meantime, it doesn't stop me from the pitches that I'm getting, from the opportunities that I'm getting, from the affiliates that want to work with me. you know, it's like, did your podcast do it? You know, it's like, you know, just, it's so many people, like, for what we're doing, there's thousands of podcasters at all levels. You invest time in what makes you happy. You are trying to be inclusive, but people don't understand your vision. You have a vision that you haven't shared yet. You don't have to share it with anybody. Keep doing what you're doing until you're ready. I mean, shoot. I mean, maybe do a panel about your background. If you want, you know, you can go to any convention you want, do a panel. Teach people how to cosplay. Teach people how to take pictures. Teach people how to do this. You know, like, you know, my core about my top 5 steps to awesome blah blah blah.
Because that's.
Oh, you can do a guest blog post on like a website.
I mean,
it's like I'm not into any of this.
No, it's not that I'm not into it. I just don't. At this point, since I do have the baby boy, if it's not really going to bring me any kind of money anytime soon on a quickness, then I can't really be too focused on it.
No, you cannot. You got, listen. I work a day job, 14-hour days, sometimes 18-hour days, and then I come home and I read foolishness. You would be shocked at some of the emails I get in my mailbox about some of the topics I've had on my podcast. And you're like, what? Like, you really got butthurt about that? Like, this is a fun show. This is a fun show. I like people. People like me. I'm a nice person. But people get butthurt. Yeah. And there is nothing you can do to control butthurt. Nothing. Because if you got more pictures or if you got on this and I didn't get that, well, how did he get that? Well, stop being weird in the corner and talk to people.
I swear to beans.
You know, so I hate this. I'm going to get like all kinds of... I'm gonna get all kinds of yelled at on my podcast. I'm sorry, I got all upset and my mic fell off. But you know, in the cosplay community, we have different levels of ability, social ability, and it's a place that we all are inclusive.
Now, hold on. See, when you say that, you're giving people a pass to be introverted, but then yet you're also giving them an opportunity and ability to talk all the crap that they talk because they're not getting the opportunities that they're not getting.
That's the spectrum of life, right? Like, not everyone is an introvert, not everyone's an extrovert, not everyone is cute, not everyone is ugly. You know, it's just, that's life. So we have people who, I've met people like, oh my goodness, thank you so much for talking to me because I didn't know, because I'll go up to people and say, hey, how are you? Are you having fun? And they're like, oh, thank you so much for talking to me. I wanted to speak to you, but I was scared. And they don't, and I'm like, why are you scared of me? And they're like, I'm not scared now, but we have a perception that Instagram famous is real fame. And it's not. And, you know, you have people at these events that are like, oh, I want to talk to you. And it's like, come on, come take a picture. Come talk with me. Come party with me and my kids. Let's go get pizza. And, you know, it's just, it's a community. We have to meet people where we are. We have people who are all over the place of comfort.
Right.
And it's nothing you've done wrong. It's just people don't know how to communicate. And instead of saying, oh, you know, I really like Demetrius, so I want to hang out with him, or I want him to be my man. And since you ain't going to be their man, we're going to talk smack about him. I mean, people have their reasons for being mean to each other. And so I'm not a therapist. I pay my therapist every 2 weeks to tell me what's wrong with me. Other people need to pay their therapist and find one every 2 weeks to tell them what's wrong with them. You can't diagnose the world. You just got to navigate in your little circle of awesomeness. I call it my circle of excellence. I keep people around me that tell me the truth, like, hey, you're doing too much. And when they tell me I'm doing too much, I say, why? Because my brand is extra.
I'm an ESTJ. So I get that.
Yeah, so my brand is extra. So I sprinkle glitter wherever I go. It's not on purpose. And I have people at work like, here she come again, she happy.
Sparkle.
Why is she happy? Well, because I prayed for a half an hour before I got here, prayed on the way here, drank some tea. My tea makes me happy. And when I get home, I know that there's a bottle of wine waiting for me. Yay, happy. So, you know, we have to find our little bit of happy. So cosplay is my little bit of happy.
Yeah, it's mentally, it has been that place for me to go to when I am feeling super stressed out. When I'm figuring out how to make something work in real life, then that's where I zone out and I'm like, okay, well, if I put this together, we'll do that, and then I talk to this person who might be able to help me out here, then all of a sudden, all of that stress that I had with something I was thinking about before does go away.
Circle of happy.
Yeah.
Just keep your circle of happy small. And you know, stuff happens. Life happens every day. And I mean, we just got to keep our little bit of happy despite the circumstances, which is my brand. That's what it is. This is a sophisticated ratchet destination for self-care and being fabulous in spite of life's effery.
Right,
so,
right.
you know, I'm sorry that you feel like, oh, these things and people are being this way, but that's part of, you gotta start. You got a fandom. You're your own fandom. So you know how like people are fans of things?
Yeah.
People are fans of you. So then you have the people who hate Game of Thrones and the people who love Game of Thrones. So people either love Afro He-Man or they hate Afro.
It's just funny that that's the only one that they focus on, because I've done like at least 17.
This is the most visible. Every show I go to, we see this. So now I'm scared to be Sailor Moon with braids now, because I go and I'm like, oh, Sailor Moon with the braids, and now I'm scared to be Sailor Moon with the braids. And then she's sexy Storm. You were Storm Moon, Sailor Storm, and she was awesome. And but you as a cosplayer, you do a lot of cosplays. You do a lot of fun things. Do you find that you have hate in? See, she doesn't know because she doesn't pay it no attention.
She doesn't.
And so sometimes you gotta pick that circle and be like, I'm not paying it no attention because it's not bringing me. And if somebody brings it to you, handle it just the way you did now. Hey, listen, this is what we're doing. This is my focus. This is where I am. This is where I'm at. You doing the right thing?
Yeah.
I know this ain't the first time you had heard this.
No, it's not.
So, but, in addition to that, so what else you got going on? What's going on other than?
Well, to piggyback off of this Afro He-Man thing, on April 4th, Philadelphia Comic Con.
That's right.
Right, we've got 66, 67 cosplayers that have decided to join in and do their own specific character. Mm-hmm. There are no doubles, and people are doing versions that you can point to and immediately know that character. So it can either be the original Motu series or the...
And Motu is Masters of the Universe, for people who don't know. Right,
so you got that, and then you got the She-Ra Princess of Power, then you got the current Netflix version, Princesses of Power. Yeah. And then you got the 2000s He-Man where, and also Sideshow Collectibles is being looked at as well as far as versions.
That's amazing.
Gender bends, Tiffany's doing a gender bend bow. I just gotten word that we have a Manny Faces, which is like, when you start thinking about Masters of the Universe and how difficult a real life cosplay would be of some of those characters, it is ridiculous.
Manny Faces is going to be so hard.
Between that one, we have a Stratos. We have essentially the entire gamut.
I still have some of my Masters of the Universe toys, and this is going to be so dope.
It's going to be fun. When you say there's 67 of us, the plan is to the biggest plan between Eric Moran and myself, who is running the villains, and I'm running the heroes, but he's also the cosplay director of Philadelphia Comic Con. Nice. His vision is to get as much exposure to all the cosplayers who are a part of this, and if they're trying to build something forward. I mean, he's always that type of person to pay it forward, where he'll invite certain cosplayers to his house to get pictures of their cosplays taken by maybe five or six photographers for free. And then that's how you get different looks. And then when the pictures come in January, February, you put them out there, and then you have content for people to see what you're capable of doing.
You can start your publicity tour based off of your pictures. You can start your Instagram tour for this event. That's gonna be dope.
That's essentially what I did. Yeah, that's Philadelphia Comic Con, April 4th. April 4th. Okay. Right. April 4th, 2020.
I didn't realize. So one thing I did not know is that there were so many freaking cons.
Woo!
I had an idea of maybe about 20 nationwide, and now I've learned that there's thousands. And I can't afford to keep going to these cons.
I
can't afford. Y'all be like, oh, that's the same costume she had on last time. Hell yeah. This costume costs $200. Y'all gonna deal with this costume until it falls apart.
With all the different pieces that I brought together, my Sub-Zero was $1,000.
Exactly, right there.
Right.
And then if the Sailor Moon wig keep falling apart, so I gotta buy a new Sailor Moon wig. And then every time this old purple wig is in my eye right now, I don't know what's gonna happen with this. So every time you go to the store, like right now, the Spirit of Halloween, 50% off. I'm about to go buy every color wig because I don't know what I'm gonna be this year, and I need blue wigs and purple wigs and orange wigs. And
I got approached by Maui Comic Con.
They gonna pay for you to come?
I was hoping that they would say something of that nature.
If you have sponsorship money.
Because they said that we just wanted to bring ourselves to your attention. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice.
Malibu Comic Con?
No, Maui.
Maui.
There's one of the islands out there.
I know exactly where it is. I'm excited.
And then there's there has been one Comic Con that has been talking to me at various times to say, hey, I'm going to try and get my husband to pay for you to come out here in Barbados.
Barbados?
Yes.
So why her husband? Was it the president of Barbados?
No, he's the president of the convention. So apparently they've gotten Cutie Pie Sensei and K-Bear out a few times, once or twice.
It's a legitimate. When you say my husband's going to bring you out, what kind of con is that? Bedroom con.
Oh, how that's funny.
I'm just asking. My husband gonna pay. So I really wish that I hope for you to have the best. Like thank you first of all for agreeing to do this today, because this was like it's like a Facebook DM. Hey, I'm doing you want to come? So it was kind of sketchy, but thank you for coming out and supporting the Artway Alliance.
I've known you through, I think, Aaron?
BlurCon.
Through Hilton. Right.
Yep.
So that's where I first knew of you. So yeah, I knew you weren't. I didn't hear anything bad. So
not yet. It's coming.
Oh. Well, I can tell you that's the disclaimer. No, that's a disclaimer that I have. Okay. It's like, yeah, you might like me now, but just wait. You're gonna see something I'm gonna say. You'll be like,
and then thank you to Tim from I Love Nerd Life and Swift Kid Show. He's dope. He is a nerd, even though he's still finding his nerddom. I got to get him to act out on occasion. You got that Tony Stark money?
I mean, I saw that change. You rocking the rope.
Occasionally I can get him to act out. You got to really bring it out of him.
Right.
No, thank you for sharing this journey, because a lot of cosplayers look up to you, even though you don't realize it. It's a lot of young, socially awkward men, boys. Their first interaction sometimes with a girl is at a con. There's a lot of guys that the first time they get to be seen as who they are is at a con. So when you get these people online in all of their socially awkwardness and all of their, some of them are older, some of them are younger, but it's a lot of babies out here. They get to these events like, I met Black Afro He-Man. He was awesome. And you're like, okay, well, what happened? Nothing. And you're like, oh, okay, so what happened? I don't know, but I was near him and it changed my life. And you kind of gave them some you rubbed off on them, and then they end up, in the sofa room howling at the girls because I just met Afro He-Man. You're gonna be my girlfriend. It's a lot of boys. I'm serious. I'm serious. You have changed a lot of young men's lives, so just keep it in mind in what you're doing. I know I don't want to put an extra layer of stress upon you, but the young dudes look up to you.
I've acknowledged that there are people who need tangible figures in their lives.
That's cool. I'm sorry, I just blew my breath. So
it's getting there.
Thank y'all for staying around here.
Yeah, just sitting still. But I know that there are people who need tangible figures in their life to know that they are seen, to know that that they're not weird. You know what I mean? And for all intents and purposes, I am very, very approachable. I just don't really accept a lot of crap because.
But also, don't talk to me when I'm in character. My character is me. Today I am me. Rawr. I'm a cat. No. It's like it is what it is.
I think the only thing that's annoying about when people want to talk to you is when you're eating and you're in cosplay and he's like, "Can I take a picture?" I'm like, "Do you not see this?"
I just had to take my fangs out. I can't. I'm drooling on myself. Or if I'm going to the bathroom, sir, this outfit has 31 straps, some snaps, snaps in between the legs. It's got zippers. I need 3 people to help squeeze me back into the costume so I can come out the bathroom. So, yeah.
And then I'll be honest, I'm not the most approachable in the morning just because when I'm doing this, I've gone through a dehydration process because it's like the whole bodybuilder trick of, I'm about to divulge secrets. You drink 3 gallons of water a day for 4 days straight, and then you drop it down to 1 gallon on that 5th day, and then the day of the show or the convention you sip from a 20 ounce bottle of water, and you're going. That's your peak week. So you have tricked your body into thinking that you are dehydrated, and therefore the skin sucks itself as close to your body as possible so they can get as much moisture.
Don't do that no more.
No, that's what. Yeah.
He said he's concerned about your waist trainer.
It's all about time management. People are like, how do you get like 3 gallons done in a day? Listen, if you start,
I'm gonna die. I'm only 128 pounds.
Listen,
I just waterlogged. Remember when your dog used to get the water that come out the arm? Man, that's it.
If you drink the water, you drink the first gallon between 6 and 8 a.m., you're good.
Who's up at 6?
And then the second gallon is from 8 to 12 p.m., right? Then you can take the rest of the day to finish off that last gallon. As long as you get done before 6 p.m., you won't be getting up in the middle of the night to pee.
When do you drink? When do we drink alcohol? When do we drink alcohol?
That's not your diet.
I need a shot or something there.
I mean, if you can, I saw a video of a dude do 30 Patron shots or 50 Patron shots. Yeah.
Hey,
no, he didn't make it. He didn't make it.
I am up for the challenge.
But I mean,
that's the challenge I can do. I can't do no 3 gallons of water.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what happened because I kind of BS that prep, and I wish I didn't because I knew I could look a lot better if I didn't. But that's what the water trick does. That's what they do in the movies. They drink a lot of water,
and then we dehydrate ourselves. So that's what I do to have like a half an ab.
Yep.
I be trying for that half an ab. You be doing this, I be working out and all that shit. So I gotta drink a lot of water.
Drink all the water.
And then drink no water. That's how I get
fruit too, aren't you?
Huh?
You eating fruit too, aren't you?
No.
Oh?
No.
Good job.
Not when I'm about to do cons and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm trying to keep it down. I'm learning from y'all. I've been, following everybody's workout regimens, and I'm like, this is some bullshit. So I'm like, sorry kids. But yeah.
I thought I was going to slip.
No, but it's just a lot of work. And so the fact that you're doing that and training your body to do that, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I was doing.
You only drink 100 ounces.
That's what I was doing when I was married. Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
You're 6'2". How much you weigh?
Right now?
About.
Oh no. Well, I fluctuate. Like at that weight, I was 210.
Okay.
But right now I'm around 235.
Okay, you still act like that's fat or something. You got this. Thank you for following him on Instagram. But yeah, I know that's right. I love Baltimore so much. He said you better follow back. Okay, we got you. But yeah, so no, this is dope. Thank you so much for your time. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you for coming. Please, just keep me posted, and I will share whatever. Okay. Cross posting is real. I feel like you really are trying. You try to do your best. We got you.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I really try to post is, as far as on my Facebook page, I try to get as many people as possible interested in cosplay. That's why I share a lot of the family cosplays. Like there was the Addams Family one that I shared not too long ago, and then there was a Catwoman one that I shared this morning. I
want to be Catwoman now.
Yeah,
She's amazing. I'm going to yoga. Beautiful. I'm going to learn to be a gymnast. She had her leg all up in the air. I was like, ow! My leg don't do that yet, but it's going to this summer. I'm ready.
Right. Facebook is supposed to be like the intro. It's like, I think I can do this.
Now, do you have a website where people can find you?
Other than Instagram and Facebook, is all under Hellspawned _Cosplay. I have not done anything as far as my LLC because I don't have any clients. Okay. But I am trying to do the whole consulting thing. Mm-hmm. I own a home. You own a business. You got to do what other folks.
Congratulations! Listen,
do. In order to get that money. Yeah, because that tax season's coming soon, so hopefully we can write some stuff off.
Write everything off.
Yeah, and pay some bills.
Yeah, no. But thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for sitting and joining us and listening to our conversation. We do appreciate it. I'm Baroness Bree. You can find me online at baronessbree.com. And thank you to Artway Alliance who hosted this tent with Bopa. And thank you to Mr. Holt for coming out at Mr. Hellspawned Cosplay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Where are you from? But I know you. I'm not trying to make it weird, but you know.